It's good to see him back. Jersey kid, he's tough. They said he wasn't going to miss this one if he could.
And he's going to start by going to the air off a play fake and rolling out. And able to complete it to Pat Bryant. 19th catch of the year for Bryant, one of his favorite targets, 8 yards to get him in rhythm. And on the ground, here is Chase Brown. Brown slipping through. That is the leading rusher in the entire country. He's now up over 880 yards.
This offensive line has done a phenomenal job of opening up holes for him and keeping DeVito clean.
It's Brown again. This is his 501st career carry, and it's not going very far. That Minnesota defense is there to stop him.
And really, I loved our conversations with both defensive coordinators. Such high IQ guys, great teachers of the game of football.
This is Joe Rossi's defense for Minnesota, but Illinois' offense tossing it to the outside to Brown, and he's able to get the first down before he's shoved out by Jordan Howden. So now Brown is creeping up on 900 yards already on the season. Again, he leads the country in that category. They can also use him like this in the pass game. They slip him out of the backfield. That's his 13th reception of the season.
Jordan Howden, Tyler Nubin, they fly down and make tackles as well.
Here's a handoff and good play, but Tyler Nubin, who made the tackle, is dinged up. That's a loss of 3, and Nubin, a safety, who is a key cog to that Golden Gopher defense, never got up off the turf. Folks around here are saying this is the biggest game in these parts since 2011, and you feel it, and you felt it outside walking into Memorial Stadium today. DeVito on 3rd and 5, stretching out for the first down. Did Williams get there? It's going to be close. Top target Isaiah Williams, who left the Iowa game after getting his bell rung, and he is right there close to the marker, but they're going to maybe say he's a little shy. They're going to sneak it. And the second surge, he definitely got it. Looked like initially that Minnesota defensive front stood strong, but DeVito with the second effort, they moved the chains. This is a pistol formation here. They fake the give to Brown. Now they got him on the wheel route. Chase Brown down the sideline and in. Touchdown, Illinois.
What can't this guy do, Brandon?
And the extra point is up and good by Fabrizio Pinto, who is in for the injured Caleb Griffin at kicker again this week. Will McManus boots it away. And at the 5-yard line, it's returned out to the 20. Good job by the special teams covering up Quentin Redding. And here comes Tanner Morgan, his 45th career start for the 5th-year senior. And going straight to the air and dumping it underneath for Ibrahim. Again, he missed 2 weekends ago with the ankle injury. And a little run pass option, and it's a good choice to hand it off to Mo Ibrahim. And the 24-year-old tailback gets 13 yards and a first down.
It's going to be a fun one today. 2 backs competing at their best. That's Sidney Brown. He's an excellent safety flying downhill. Nobody's over the tight end here in the slot. It looks like they're getting to it eventually.
They hand it to Mo again. He'll be tackled by Tariq Barnes and a few others after a gain of 4. Minnesota best in the country in 3rd down conversions this season. But they're not going to be able to convert here. An incomplete pass, hang on. Late flag being thrown in from the far sideline. So pass interference on the defense and a first down.
Yep. It's a pretty easy call there. You certainly can't tackle the receiver before the ball gets there, though. Was the ball tipped, or no? He was hit in the backfield.
Yeah, he was hit. But you're right, had it been tipped, then
Correct.
that would change things. But that is interference on Quan Martin, and a big penalty early to give Illinois a first down, or rather Minnesota a first down. Faking the handoff, and that pass incomplete. Trying to find it window there to Daniel Jackson. You know, you said it, but Chris Autman-Bell, their top receiver, their leader in that wide receiver group, he's out for the season with a knee injury. Second down and 10, and they will hand it to Ibrahim, and there's a big hole created by that offensive line. All the way down into enemy territory past the 40 goes Mo Ibrahim. He's off to a hot start. That's a gain of 19.
Yeah, great call, Brandon. The hole, it really just, you could drive a freight train right through that. And Mo Ibrahim, he is a freight train, right? You get some momentum downfield, and then he does the rest. Falling forward is one thing he does. At the point of contact, gets another 3 to 4 yards.
Faking the handoff. Morgan hit as he lets it go. And it is intercepted. Coming over to pick it off, Kendall Smith.
Wow.
His 4th interception, the most in the Big Ten Conference.
Stevens there in the slot on a slot fade, and pre-snap Tanner Morgan probably likes to look as you see Kendall Smith all the way on that back hash. Look how far Smith has to travel to get over there, and then he is able to pluck the ball away and force the interception.
I mentioned that it was the 4th interception of the season for Kendall Smith. That now leads the Big Ten Conference. But it does put Illinois in a tough spot back inside their own 10, and that run didn't give them much room. Second down and 7 after getting 3 on first down. DeVito is a perfect 5 for 5 throwing the football so far as he completes that out to Isaiah Williams. It'll be 3rd down coming up. And they have the best 3rd down defense in the country. DeVito rolling out. That's caught, but he may be short. It's Williams again. But from where they're marking that football, he is about a yard shy. 4th down, and Illinois is going to have to punt.
He's looked certainly like he was short there, and it's tough because, you know, we're trying to get the ball in a gadget play to Isaiah Williams. It's a pick route. You really want to run that route behind the sticks. That time he ended up a yard short.
Yeah, it's a really good defensive play as well by the corner Beanie Bishop, who's a transfer from Western Kentucky. So 4th and 1, and Hugh Robertson is the punter. Fair catch, Quentin Redding. And something to watch as we continue to go. Illinois up 7-0 here. Minnesota gets the football back, and they hand it to Ibrahim, and Ibrahim slips through for a few out to the 45-yard line. They'll give him another carry here. He tries to change direction, but he's going nowhere. That's Seth Coleman, who had 2 sacks against Iowa and played a great game, and he comes up to make a 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 6. Morgan out of the gun. Pressure. Throws better in the air. And then Morgan is the one that slaps it down to avoid an interception. But Tariq Barnes is the one who got a paw on it, and that'll force a punt. And now Tanner Morgan 0 for his last 3, including that interception and now a batted ball. Fair catch off the punt by Hank Beatty, the freshman returning punts for the 2nd consecutive game. By the way, speaking of early setups, our crew working hard was here at 5:30 this morning to bring you this broadcast. A heck of a job by them as Chase Brown starts this drive with a 4-yard carry.
They're doing a good job of tackling today. Neither of these backs are easy to bring down, and the goal is to have multiple hats at the ball.
Here's Isaiah Williams, the top receiver. He's another guy that is tough to bring down. Spins away from a couple tackles and picks up a 1st down. Williams came into today with 38 catches. He already has a few here, and DeVito's a perfect 7 for 7 throwing it. But back to the ground for a short gain for Chase Brown. That ball was deflected but still caught. And now Tommy DeVito's a perfect 8 for 8. First time he's hooked up with Casey Washington, that for 9 yards.
That's a heck of a catch now.
And how about Tommy DeVito? All the noise about would he play because of the ankle injury against Iowa. Well, he is starting out as sharp as he possibly could. And now Chase Brown gets into some open space and finally draped to the ground by Tyler Nubin, but not before he gets 16 more.
And he's got such great burst. And we have a defensive lineman trying to pursue him. He's got no shot, and Tyler Nubin really saved a touchdown there down the field.
16 more yards, and now they'll try again on that right side. He patiently waits, finds a little hole. 3 yards, 2nd down and 7 as we're towards 90 seconds left in the opening quarter. And here's another pass and another completion, and it's Isaiah Williams again. Isaiah Williams, really the emotional leader of that wide receiver room. He lost 2 fumbles against Iowa. He left with a concussion, but cleared protocol and having a great start here today. DeVito under a little bit of duress, and there's his first incompletion. After 9 straight passes that he had hit on, he's wide of the target, Pat Bryant. Brett Bielema said it was a pre-existing ankle injury that he re-injured last week, but as Rick reported pregame, he returned to practice on Wednesday, got a couple of good practice days in, and has looked healthy so far today.
With a new field goal kicker for Illinois, a guy who just made his debut last week, he wants to try him to have the field goal if they don't pick up the first down right here, which it appears they will not. Decision time for Brett Bielema.
Yeah, Chase Brown brought down at the 24, and they called timeout again. But right now, it is Tommy DeVito and the offense that is staying on the field.
So far already we've seen it. 3rd and medium. This 3rd and 5. They went to Isaiah Williams. That's been the case throughout the season as well. We'll see if they come back to him.
Watch that play clock. They just do get the snap off. Pressure. DeVito. Got him. Yep. First down. What a conversion. What a call. Brett Bielema rolls the dice, and DeVito finds Williams.
You mentioned earlier in the game he ran that sprint out route. That time he showed the out route and came back underneath and was able to move the chains.
And Illinois with 2 4th down conversions in that first quarter.
Isaiah Williams has run a number of out routes. There he is showing the out route and then stopping on a dime to come back underneath. And in a 4th down situation, he's their guy that DeVito loves to go to.
And now they start the second quarter with a little bit of a trick play. They get it to Williams in the run game. He's only able to pick up 3. There is Brown, and Brown is tackled in the backfield. Tyler Newman, who's got 30 friends and family here today. He's from west of Chicago, about a 2.5-hour drive. They all came down to see him make plays like that.
And how many times have we called his number today? You know, he's a safety, but there he is coming from the backside of the offensive line. He's unblocked. Normally as an offense, you say, we're going to bookend that guy. We're running outside zone. No way he's going to make that play. But Tyler Newman, he's so explosive, so fast. He was able to chase down Chase Brown and make the tackle. On
the first tackle he had today, he actually left the game for a few plays, but has been back and looking healthy ever since. And now DeVito on the short drop completes it, but shy of the 10. The defense is able to limit a 5-yard gain for Pat Bryant. Big Ten Special Teams Player of the Week, this kicker who transferred from Air Force, did not kick at Air Force, walked on here at Illinois, was the backup to Caleb Griffin. Griffin gets injured last week, and he ends up kicking the game-winning field goal and scoring all 9 points for Illinois in a 9-6 victory over Iowa. And now a chip shot here from 31 yards, and he's a perfect 4 for 4 in his young Illini career.
Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For the playbook on home loans, Rocket can.
And some talk about would there be nerves, but these Illini players have handled it. Now does Minnesota have a response? Here's Quentin Redding, and he's knocked down at the 20-yard line. Let's see if they give it to Ibrahim. They do, and Mo Ibrahim starts with a good run. Such a consistent back for these Golden Gophers. 6-year senior, 24 years of age, and he gets 7 yards there. I remember when he got on campus, Brett Bielema called him a freak of nature. Said he looks like a senior even though he's only 18 years old. And they'll try to run it again, fighting for those extra yards. And he's going to be a little short, so here's a key 3rd down for Minnesota. They're going to sneak it. Even with all those Illini bodies up front there, it looks like Tanner Morgan got the first down behind that big offensive line. Yes, move the chains. And there's a lot of, I know, hostility, things going on with Nebraska and the program, and Scott Frost moving on, but it feels like they've kind of found their way a little bit. Off the fake handoff. And Morgan's going to run it to the 34, a gain of 4. We're down 10-0 here. Ibrahim, good job changing directions. And there goes Mo Ibrahim. Will he be caught? Yes, he will. But not before he rumbles down to the 25, and then we get a late flag thrown as well.
Minnesota has been issued their first sideline warning of the game. First down.
Okay, so just a warning, no yardage, but a great run by Ibrahim.
And notice the patience, right? It doesn't look like there's much going on, and then he cuts back all the way through the field, and you see the speed up through the hole, but this is a great job by Quan Martin, too. It looked like Mo Ibrahim might have a big-time touchdown. Quan Martin saves the day by bringing him down.
How about Ibrahim? Already 8 yards away from yet another 100-yard effort. We still have almost 10 minutes left in the half. Morgan. There is the tight end, Brevin Spanford, and another flag comes in. Great catch by Spanford for a gain of 11. We'll see if it sticks.
There is no foul for offensive pass interference, 1st and 10.
Okay. It's good to see them get 88 involved, though.
He's almost like an NBA player, right? 6'7", 270. He's got the long arms, and look at this. This ball is way, way up there, and Spanford goes up almost like he's coming down with the rebound.
Now they put him in motion, and they hand it to Mo Ibrahim. And Ibrahim slips inside the 10, gain of 2. On 2nd and 8, Morgan. Oh, he's going to go right up the middle. He faked the pass. The Red Sea parted, and Tanner Morgan gets into the end zone for the touchdown. It is the first score that this Illinois defense has given up at home all season. Extra point is up and good, and Illinois' defense, their perfect mark of not giving up a touchdown here at Memorial Stadium, that is over. Kesich kicks it away. Peyton Vining brought down shy of the 25. I mentioned COVID because everybody got a free year because of that. And a lot of guys have stayed around longer than they normally would have. Now here's Chase Brown. And the leading rusher in the country gets 6 more on that carry. Chase Brown already with 99 total yards. And now he's up over 100 between both rushing and receiving. Remember, he had a long touchdown reception to start the game. He gets 5 yards there and a 1st down. DeVito, who's had such a great start throwing the ball, this time on the run, and another completion. There's Williams, flag, hang on. It's a good open space tackle by Michael Dixon, getting him for a loss of 2, at least for the time being. But it looks like this might be a hold.
Holding. Offense. Number 63. 10-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
And that's on Alex Palczewski, who's actually making his 59th start here today, tying a Big Ten record. Backs him up 1st and 20. Brown will try to get some of that yardage back, and he's successful. Out to the 30. And stepping up, DeVito over the middle, complete. Brian Hightower. And Hightower's going to be brought down short. They're going to have a 3rd and about 2 here. Now they'll just hand it to number 2. He needs 2, and he's going to get about 2. This is going to be close. Maybe depending on the spot. Yeah, they're going to say 1st down. He got enough. DeVito's got some room, and he does run it into Minnesota territory. Let's go down to Rick.
What it's doing is not just allowing Illinois to get set to run exactly what it wants, but this Minnesota defense is a little bit taken aback by the change at pace with which Illinois is running right now.
And here's another run, but this time the Minnesota defense, Moriano Sori-Marin with another tackle, is up to the task. They hold him for a very short gain of 1. Barry Lunny's had a relationship with Brett Bielema for a while, was his tight end coach at Arkansas all 5 seasons that Bielema was there. And now his quarterback, Tommy DeVito, trying to sling it to the outside, and he's able to complete it to Pat Bryant for another 1st down.
Tiptoeing on the sideline there, Brandon. 1 and 2. 1 is good, 2 is better.
DeVito now 13 of 14, and he spread it around all 4 of his top targets out wide. Chase Hayden gets his first carry of the game, the backup to Brown, just a gain of 1. And DeVito, and underneath, well, he missed that throw. Flag. Tried to get it to Brown in the flat, but threw it at his shoestrings.
That's his first throw we've really seen all day that's been inaccurate.
Yeah, and only his second incompletion.
Holding. Offense. Number 63. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
So that is now 2 holding calls on the veteran Alex Palczewski at right tackle. Both on this drive.
So really you want to get to that plus 35 for a field goal at a minimum here. So you're about 10 yards from field goal range as well.
Slipping through, Chase Brown. And Brown is dragged to the ground just shy of the 30 by Tyler Newman, who picks up another tackle. That one a touchdown-saving tackle. 1 of 5 on 3rd down today. To your point, they've converted both 4th down tries they've had. They'd like to avoid that here. DeVito steps up, and it is going to be 4th down. Went to Michael Marquez, the tight end. So 4th down, and here you go, another decision. And like you said, wouldn't doubt if Barry Lunny goes for it. Offense is out there, because it would be a 49-yard field goal. DeVito throws to the outside. It's not Williams. Instead, it's Pat Bryant. And Illinois is 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions. 4 catches already for the sophomore after being held catchless last week against Iowa. And that is a big one. Keeps this drive going inside of 2 minutes. Direct snap to Chase Brown. Brown is shoved out shy of the 10.
This one kind of caught me off guard too, Brandon. I saw DeVito in there, but he's lined up over the guard. They snapped it actually direct to Chase Brown, and they were able, instead of DeVito handing it off to him, it's a direct snap to your running back, and he just got right into the outside zone out to the left.
They had some fantastic offenses showing you everything today. This time a straight run, and Brown's brought down around the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 2. Brown straight up the gut. 1st down to the 5. This has been some drive. It has lasted almost 8 minutes. Out of the pistol formation, it's Brown again, going nowhere. See, this might be a spot for Illinois, of course, to go to Brown. We'll see if they do. He's in the backfield. But DeVito keeps this. Throws for the back of the end zone, too tall. Looking for the tight end, Luke Ford. No flags. Luke Ford wanted one. He didn't get it. 18th play of the drive here. Brown motions out. DeVito. Fade. Too much again. This time in Hightower's direction. Terrell Smith was right there. Very good corner. So now you got a 4th down. Do you take the short field goal? And it appears that's what Illinois will do. But after you have 18 plays in over 8 minutes, that's one you want to end with a touchdown. Instead, it's Fabrizio Pinto knocking through his 2nd field goal of the game, and Illinois has a 6-point lead with 20 seconds left. Minnesota only 1 timeout in 20 seconds as McManus boots it away. Redding. And stopped, popped shy of the 20. And it looks like PJ Fleck's content to just go down to a knee. Well, overall, first half thoughts, Jake?
Tell you what, I mean, again, I'll go back to that Minnesota defense. It feels like Illinois has been in complete control, but just forcing 2 field goals could make all the difference. Again, this is a 1-touchdown game, as good as Illinois has been.
Quentin Redding. Quentin Redding, a little bit of a hole to the outside. Can he get the sideline? He does. It's a foot race now. And Quentin Redding all the way down inside the 10. Flag comes in late, and could that be a horse collar on Talon Litzy at the end of this?
During the return, personal foul. Horse collar tackle by the kicking team, number 32. The penalty is enforced. Half innocence to the goal. It's 1st and goal.
So they're going to have it 1st and goal at the 4, Jake.
Yeah, Brandon, in these close games, they're hard-fought defensive battles. Sometimes it's a special teams play that can make all of the difference. At that time, able to read it, see a hole and break through, and then the horse collar is the icing on the cake. Now Minnesota ball on their 5-yard line with a chance to go in and score a touchdown.
Quentin Redding, a redshirt freshman. They've talked about his speed, how he's a powerful returner, and we saw it on display right there, a 92-yard return. The penalty moves it inside the 5. Is it Mo Ibrahim time? Here is Mo, straight ahead. No signal. Tanner Morgan says it's a touchdown. And now it is a touchdown. And just like that, after a 92-yard return, Ibrahim in from 4 yards out. And Minnesota with a PAT can take the lead. Tough to tell if he got in.
There's his knee, but where's the ball? That's the key. Got to be enough to overturn it, right?
Yep.
So his knee's down, but no shot you're going to see the football.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands as called touchdown.
It stands. They couldn't confirm it, but it's a score. And Mo Ibrahim now with 42 rushing touchdowns in his career. He already has the school record. He's 1 touchdown away from the total record of 43 scores. And we bring back our Mo-ometer. He's 1 away from Darrell Thompson. Extra point is up and good, and Minnesota has their first lead of the ball game. Kesich boots it through for a touchback. Ibrahim has 98 yards on the ground. Chase Brown 93 yards. And now Brown looking to add to his total. Backs his way into the arms of Tyler Nubin for a pickup of 4. 2nd down at 6. And it's now Chase Brown going over 100 yards. And now it's a march to 1,000. He's at 980 on the season. Off the play fake, DeVito, easy pitch and catch. And first grab of the day for the tight end, Tip Ryman.
23 carries on the ground, so they're not afraid to feed him throughout the game.
And they're going to give it to him one more time. And now he slips through all the way down inside the 40.
Again, once again, this offensive line is doing a great job. Look at the hole there down to the left of your screen. And Chase Brown, as good as he is, he loves seeing a hole part open like that.
Do you worry at all about the number of touches he's already had in this game?
You think about it, but I mean, he's a thoroughbred workhorse, man. I know he wants the ball as much as possible.
This time a long ball to the air, and it's caught inside the 5 by Brian Hightower. Right over the shoulder, he dropped it in the breadbasket.
And there's the accuracy of DeVito. So Hightower's one-on-one, just running down the field. Tall, rangy guy, and he gets some separation there, and then DeVito drops the egg in the basket. An accurate throw, and Hightower sets him up here inside the 5.
You can see Brian Lunny, or rather, they're trying to go with tempo here as Barry Lunny got up to the line, ran a play, but Brown got hit in the backfield by Braylon Oliver for a loss of 1. Their 1 touchdown came on a 40-yard pass to Chase Brown. DeVito keeps. Everybody went for the running back. And Tommy DeVito strolls in. Touchdown, Illinois. And instead of going for 2 to go up 7 this early in the game, they'll just go for the extra point. It is up and through. And we've had 2 lead changes already in this 3rd quarter.
Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For the playbook on home loans, Rocket can.
Kickoff coming, the dangerous Quentin Redding. Back deep, instead of a long kick, they'll go with a short kick. By the way, we need to give a shout out to Carter Shaw, the big man who caught that fair catch on the kickoff. That was impressive. First throw, is there going to be a flag? No, nothing comes in. They say the defense by Taz Nicholson was clean there. Second and 10. Through the right side, Mo Ibrahim. He's up over 100 yards for a 14th consecutive game. Longest streak in the nation. 21 on that play. Now at 119 yards on the ground. Ibrahim, who last year tore his Achilles in the season opener. But he is back with a vengeance this season. However, here, that Illinois defense coming up for a loss of 2. Second and 12. This time Morgan to the air, and the pass is almost intercepted. Well, it was intended for Daniel Jackson, but there's Nicholson again. He nearly picked it. Bryce Williams in at running back on this passing situation. And they get to Morgan, and he's taken down. Trying to stay on his feet. He could not. And it's the talented freshman, Gabe Akis, with his 4th sack of the season.
On the bottom of your screen, just working on the right tackle, Quinn Carroll, and that time just a nice dip, rip, spin, gets around the edge. Does enough to bring Tanner Morgan down. 6'3", 265 pounds. That doesn't sound like a freshman to me now. That sounds like a grown man.
You mentioned it, but he's a 2-time state wrestling champ in high school at Fort Pierce Central down in Florida. Illinois is certainly happy to have him. Beatty, fair catch? No, he did not fair catch it. Now he's dragged down just outside of the 20. Now the Fighting Illini take back over here with a 20-14 lead. And it's Chase Brown. Chase Brown now has 170 yards. Minnesota as a team has 142. Long way to go. And DeVito down the sideline, too far for Hightower. Here they face a 3rd and 8. And the Syracuse transfer, DeVito, goes to a safety valve, and what a tackle by Braylon Oliver. Hugh Robertson on to punt. Both of these punters are from Australia, as you see so often in today's college game. And Robertson gets this one to check up inside the 25-yard line. 8 minutes left in the 3rd. Minnesota with the ball back down 6, and here is Ibrahim switching course. Well, they only have 17 passing yards, but Mo Ibrahim is doing his thing. They fake the give to him. Here's pressure, and Morgan in the direction of Spam Ford just had to get rid of it. And they do keep him in. They flip it to Spam Ford, and he has enough. He got clipped, but he stayed on his feet and picks up the 1st down. 2 catches for 15, but both catches have been big. Morgan off his back foot just lofts it up. And trying to adjust Bryce Williams out of the backfield, but he couldn't get there. And now Tanner Morgan a little slow to get up. Ibrahim, nothing. Up front, Johnny Newton with another stop, and now you're facing a 3rd and 9. Morgan, this time the pocket a little cleaner, but he's going to take off. Tanner Morgan ran for a 9-yard touchdown earlier. Here he's going to be stopped short. Gabe Akis got him, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 2. You're at your own 42. Would you entertain going for this? It appears PJ Fleck will punt it. These two defenses top 2 in scoring and yards given up coming into today. Beatty with a fair catch around the 20. And Brown is up in it. Tyler Newman has just been all over the place. Another tackle there.
They play off one another and allows them to get involved in the box in the run game.
DeVito fakes the handoff and then throws. And shoved out of bounds is Isaiah Williams. Just a short gain of 4. That'll bring up 3rd down. And DeVito from the gun. Pressure. Hit as he throws, complete, and stretching for the 1st down. He got it. The right arm of Pat Bryant, just enough to move the chains. DeVito over 200 yards passing today. Big hole for Chase Brown.
Just how important this drive is to the ultimate outcome of the game.
Complete. And there's Hightower. DeVito again. Oh, tried to go over the top. He had him, but a little too much, intended for Tip Ryman. He and backup quarterback Art Sinkowski, both from New Jersey. They actually went to high schools just 35 miles apart. And he's going to turn around and hand it off here. Oh, look at how tough Chase Brown is, but a good tackle defensively by Ryan Stapp. 3rd down and 3, possible 4-down territory if they don't get it, but they will get it. 1st down, it's Pat Bryant again. He has a half dozen catches today. He said in camp, expect a big jump from number 13, and he has made that big jump. Isaiah Williams now in the run game, but not fooled. Danny Strigo knocks him down for a loss of 3. Strigo leads the defense with 3 sacks from Long Lake, Minnesota. And now it's 2nd and 13. This is Chase Hayden, his 2nd carry of the game in relief of Chase Brown, and he'll get 4. And they can let the clock wind down if they want here and wait for a decision on this play call until the 4th quarter starts. And that's what they're going to do. Already bowl eligible with a win today, and this is a big 3rd and 9 here to start the 4th quarter. Low snap, handoff, and some space on the left side for Chase Brown. They run it on 3rd and 9, and Brown picks up 14. So Illinois before this drive was 2 for 9 on 3rd down. They're 3 for 3 on this drive on 3rd down conversions. And now going toward the end zone, flag. Pat Bryant tried to haul it in. He could not, but I think they're going to get interference on Justin Wally.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Well, not only the penalty, but now Justin Wally is slow to get up. You just want to pick them all up and burn them and let them play. Here's a handoff to Brown, and maybe a yard. Not much. Rolling out is DeVito on the run. It's caught down to the 5. Williams with a grab, Howden with a tackle. They fake the handoff. DeVito searching back in the end zone. Did he get in? No. Hightower was pushed out. Jordan Howden in coverage, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Let's see. Excellent vert by Hightower, but a little too much vert. Clearly out of bounds there.
Yeah, I mean, because of that, this is just huge. It's 23 yards for Fabrizio Pinto, the reigning Big Ten Special Teams Player of the Week. And how about Pinto? In for the injured Caleb Griffin. He's a perfect 6 of 6 between last week and this week on field goals. Time of possession, Illinois over 30 minutes. Short kick again, try to keep it away from Reading, but Minnesota's still going to have good field position as Derek LeCaptain takes it across the 35. He's going to the air here, looking for a lot more than 21 yards, but it's incomplete here, the flags. Taz Nicholson tangled up with a receiver, Dalen Wright.
Yeah, so he's got his hand in the chest there, kind of holding him.
Pass interference. Defense, number 10. 15-yard penalty, automatic.
Corner blitz.
Coming off the edge. Ooh, look at that. Oh, Ibrahim lowering the shoulder and just bowling over for a gain of 3. Morgan, 2nd and 7. And it's dropped. Tried for the tight end span forward. And credit Sidney Brown for breaking it free.
Morgan puts it right on span forward. He gets it in his hands. It looks like it's a completion. And then in comes the great Sidney Brown, the ultimate competitor, getting his hands on the ball.
Illinois, they leave a little bit of a hole, and Morgan takes advantage. He's going to have the 1st down. Needed to get to the 37, and he got there. I think at the end of that, looked like he got punched in the head as well. Oh, yeah, he took a good shot to the side of the helmet.
After further review, the ball carrier was down with the ball at the 37.5-yard line. It'll be 4th down and a half yard.
Okay, 4.5 yard. They switch the bodies to the left side of that line. He bobbles the snap, and then he's going to pick up the first down. They had such a good surge on the left side that even though he bobbled it, it didn't matter, and they moved the chains.
Great call, Brandon. The surge was massive because this could have been disastrous for Minnesota, but ultimately was able to get the snap and ends up getting 2-3 yards out of it because of the push by that Minnesota offensive line.
And Calais McManus is pressured and cannot stay on his feet. Johnny Newton got the pressure, and it's a big loss. And Calais McManus over the middle, incomplete. Calais McManus lofts one down the sideline. Oh, a flag comes in. So hang on here. Boy, he had Michael Brown-Stevens hit his fingertips.
Pass interference. Offense, number 5. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down. Correction. Illinois has changed their mind. They have elected to decline the penalty. It's 4th down.
Yeah, and that's a good decision. So now 4th and 20. And you can't kick a field goal from this distance, so they will punt the football, will the Golden Gophers.
It's going to be on Minnesota's defense to try to get a stop and get the ball back to their offense.
Crawford punts it, trying to pin him deep. But it goes into the end zone. A break for Illinois. They're up 9 with 10:06 to go. Chase Brown already over 140 yards, but here he's going in the wrong direction. Michael Dixon with a big tackle for loss. That'll bring up 2nd and 12. You just hate to see that for Tanner Morgan.
And he's just been such a big part of Minnesota's team, really. Been there for so long, seemingly.
Not only their all-time winningest quarterback, 2nd in passing yards and passing touchdowns in school history. And now Brown up the middle, and he's going to be a yard shy of the marker. So this will be a big 3rd and 1. Illinois gets up quickly, and they're going to throw it. Little screen, and 1st down. Casey Washington only needed a yard. He got plenty, and they moved the chains.
Great job at UTSA. He's got the relationship with Bielema, and you've seen what he's been able to do this afternoon.
And now it's just a case of trying to milk some of that clock.
They've been ready for this moment. Still got to finish the game down the stretch, but they've been playing some excellent football.
Rolling to the outside, DeVito. He has had a great game throwing it. Isaiah Williams with another catch. Gain of 12. It's been quite a college journey for Tommy DeVito, who lost his starting gig last year in Syracuse. Has found a new home here. And now Chase Hayden with his longest run of the game as he goes rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling down to the 28, a pickup of 23. Filling in admirably there with a big carry. And now Illinois over 200 yards rushing in the game as Chase Brown gets 3. On 2nd and 7. And well, if you're Minnesota, do you think about taking one of your timeouts here? Big 3rd down and 3. Bouncing it to the outside. Well, he needed to get to the 18, and it's close. Bishop forcing out Brown. Let's see where they spot it. It's going to be 4th. And they've converted 3 for 3 on 4th downs today. They're going to try to make it 4 for 4. They do hand it to him up the middle. He got it, it looks like. Needed to get to the 18. And they do say 1st down. Chase Brown goes off. Chase Hayden in at the tailback spot. Another tote for him. And not much there. And now P.J. Fleck needs to start using those timeouts, and he does call his first. 45,000 here at Memorial Stadium, and they have enjoyed what they've seen so far. Illinois trying to put the finishing touches on a 6th win of the season, but good job defensively by Ja Joyner. Loss of 3 and another timeout taken by Minnesota. Out of the timeout on 3rd down, they're going to throw it. And they catch it, and stepping out of bounds, Pat Bryant. So that's not what you wanted there. The clock will wind when they get back to the line. Fabrizio Pinto, what a story he's been. He hit 3 field goals last week to beat Iowa, and now he puts this one up, and it's good, barely. Quentin Redding had a great return earlier of 92 yards, but here brought down at the 26. Ethan McManus at quarterback, and there's flags before this thing even gets going.
Prior to the snap, ball start. Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
We'll see if they dial up his number on this drive.
McManus. That ball is intercepted. Quan Martin with a pick.
Both of them have been on the slot fade too, and both of them were targeted to Michael Brown-Stevens. So Quan Martin's working one-on-one. Brown-Stevens is trying to run the slot fade. And then this is just a heck of a job by Quan Martin, man. He's staring at the hip. He's staying right in position, then gets his eyes around at the last minute and comes up with the interception. My goodness, that's great technique and great execution. The emotion of this Illinois football team is what makes them so fun to watch. They're just having fun with each other.
Second interception of the season for Martin.
Seems like that's been the case throughout this season for Illinois' defense.
And now they're just running out the clock. Hayden nowhere to go. Minnesota tackle for a loss. And P.J. Fleck's going to take his final timeout. He asked him about it. He said, not focused on that right now, just trying to win football games here. They've been doing that. On the ground, breaking free. Down to the 35 goes Chase Brown. That right there was his 40th carry of the football game, and a flag comes in at the end of it.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 13, for a hit away from the play. 15-yard penalty is enforced from the spot of the foul. Repeat, 3rd down.
You saw that note. He's become just the 3rd ever Illinois running back with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. And now they get it to him again. The penalty set him back behind the chain, so that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll let this clock wind down as much as they can. Minnesota's out of timeouts. 41 rush attempts by Chase Brown today, most for an Illinois player in 2 decades, 20 years. And just getting that punt off, Hugh Robertson making it a little interesting, and a fair catch around the 20. Ethan McManus in for the injured Tanner Morgan, and that pass over the middle caught, and Spam Ford is dropped by Sidney Brown as he tries to pilot a late drive here. And that one out to the 39.
This game's obviously in the hands of Illinois, but he gets a chance to work a 2-minute situation.
And throws it, and it's intercepted. Sidney Brown with a pick. 3rd interception today by this Illinois defense.
They had no idea that this would be where they could ultimately get to, and you know, I just look at the way the sideline and the coaching staff is celebrating with one another. It's taken so much, and you know, here they are having so much fun and playing some of the best collective team football of all their careers.
And what a run it's been, especially the last few games. A hug between P.J. Fleck and Brett Bielema.